All right. Let's see. We are just waiting to receive this last part of oh, not coming through to this Instagram lead. Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem. What's happening, everybody? How are you doing? I hope everything is beautiful and wonderful with you. It is a beautiful, great, precious Saturday, and I hope no matter where you are having a blast. Today, we're going to talk more about how to build more wealth, how to build the success you want, how to actually take actions in a direction that will serve you so that you could have more of whatever it is that you desire quicker. Remember, we're not selling you anything here. This event, this podcast, this daily community clinic is dedicated 100% to every single one of you who wish to do better in life. We're not selling you anything. We're just selling you your own dreams so that you take action on that path and do whatever is required, do whatever is necessary, take those massive actions and steps so that you could experience the life you deserve. Not my life, your life. Okay? Not selling you anything here. We are completely giving back to our community. Have you ever heard of Doctors Without Borders? These doctors that travel around the world and they just cure people and they just give and they just heal and they help. This is literally Consultants Without Borders. Actually, I should call this that. I should call this show Consultants Without Borders because that's the intention of what we are trying to do here. To go globally and try to give back from our expertise to whoever is needing it and cannot yet afford it so that you do get to the place where you can afford it. One of the most smartest, wisest comments I ever got is that of the 30 habits that create millionaires, the most important one is that millionaires don't exchange their time to get more money. They exchange their money to get more time. Repeat that one more time. Understand what I just told you. Your idea and your intention in life should be to free up your time. I don't care what you're going to do with your time. That's up to you. What I do care about is that you spend your life on your terms doing what it is that you want. Use your time the way you want it. You want to just go have a walk? Go have a walk. You want to go make more money? Go make more money. But do not become a slave to the time thief that keeps on stealing your dreams away by making you busy. Where busy means broke, it doesn't mean productive, okay? Everybody thinks I'm busy, I'm keeping myself busy. Yeah, you're just being broke because essentially, even if you're earning yourself some money, you're keeping yourself at a level with a glass ceiling over top of you where you cannot get beyond because what you're doing is you're exchanging your time for money. You don't want to do that. You want to leverage any resources that you have. Do you see, the thing is primarily as human beings, we only have access to 3 resources. And I want you to understand this. Again, not a single thing to sell you here. I'm just trying to help you out. There are 3 resources we all have: time, energy, wealth. Wealth is not only your money, it is also, most importantly, your health. So your health is primarily your wealth because sick person has only one dream. A healthy person has a million dreams. Okay, so understand that there are 3 resources you have: your wealth, which is primarily your health, and yes, also some money, but then you have time and then you have energy. What you want to do in life is to leverage the most amount of your time and energy to get health so that you could sustain the game in a long run and then be able to create the wealth so that you could leverage wealth in money so that you could leverage it to earn back the time and the energy you were putting into it to begin with. That is literally the formula for abundance and success. See, you don't become abundant by just working. You become abundant by creating a money generating machine. See, you are right now the machine that is creating the money for your life. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, if you're your own business, if you own your own business, you are the machine that is generating the money. You got to create a money-making machine that operates independent of you. And again, I'm not selling you anything here. I don't have anything to sell you to make money with. I don't have a machine to sell you. I am just telling you the way that the rich get rich is by creating systems where while they're sleeping, they're making their money. Your physical body and your precious time should not be attached to income and revenue. That is the biggest mistake that people make. Hey, what's going on, people on YouTube? I want to just say, just so you know, we are live. We are saying hi here to one of our YouTube viewers. How are you doing? Thank you all and love you. We are live on 6 different platforms. We are live on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok. I hope, and LinkedIn. I forgot LinkedIn, 7 now. So I hope you're enjoying this no matter where you're watching it. We are live on 12 different platforms. Sorry, 7 different platforms, 12 different pages. So no matter where you're watching this, if you're the only one in the room watching this, or if you're hundreds of people watching this, I want you to know that you are the only one who's able to pull yourself out of the situation you're in today. In order for you to be able to experience a new life, the price you gotta pay is to let go of the old life you were living. I want you to remember this. In order for you to experience a new life, the price you pay is to let go of the old life that you're living in today. That is the only way you're able to free up space in order for you to start accumulating new gatherings, whether those gatherings are things, whether they're money, whether it's health, whether it's relationships. You got to let go of the old to be able to create space for the new. And this is the biggest problem everybody makes. This is the biggest mistake everybody makes, thinking, I need more health, I need more wealth, I need more success, and I'm just going to go and try to accumulate this by just hoarding on and just bringing it all to me. You can't do that. The entire physics tells you that we understand this from the most foundational level of physics, that energy and matter are interchangeable and they change form. Energy and matter change form and they turn into each other. That means as you are putting your energy to create what matter you call money, you call paycheck, you call your vehicle, you call your house, as you put that time, you're turning your energy into material matter. This is going down as fundamental as quantum level, where we understand that the entire existence is created of energy and vibrations and frequency in different vibrational frequencies. But what does that mean to you? That means that you gotta understand, in order for one thing to happen, another thing must be reciprocated. Reciprocating. You must reciprocate what you want to receive with what you're willing to give. Otherwise, you're never going to get anything. You're never going to be able to bring anything new to your life because you're holding on to so much old stories, old patterns, old programs in your subconscious mind that there is no room for new patterns, new stories, so that you could experience new outcome. Okay? This is probably one of the most critical lessons that I had learned in my path of becoming a breakthrough consultant, creating 9 businesses, putting 2 of them internationally on the map, a few of them going with millions of dollars, and serving hundreds of millions of dollars worth of clients. I want you to understand, if you want to receive new things, you got to be able to give what you're holding on to. And what you're holding on to is always old stories, is always I cannots, is always I don't have enough, It's always, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough money. I don't have the connections. I don't have the education. I don't have the love. I don't have the support. All of these disempowering stories that you keep on repeating for yourself, none of which are true, because resources are not what gets you what you want. Resourcefulness is what gets you exactly what it is that you want. See, I will tell you to go study. Don't take my word for it. This is what I get paid for, to go do the studies, so that people who are smart, like I just told you, they want to pay to get things. They don't want to spend their time for days and months to go search things. But you should, if you want, and if you don't believe what I'm telling you, go study this. None of the people who are self-made billionaires have ever become who they have. Jeff Bezos, the Steve Jobs, Elon Musk's, Mark Zuckerberg's, they all started with zero money. They didn't start with $1 billion. And they're all sitting on top of some of the biggest companies on this planet. What do you think they did? You think they had $1 billion to start Amazon? You think they had $1 billion to start SpaceX? No. See, the thing is, whoever tells you you need money, it's because they're so broke they don't have it, and they're using it as an excuse. They just want to tell you that so they themselves feel good because they don't have it. They can't do it. Oh, I come from a weak background. I don't have the right culture. I don't have the right skin color. I don't have the right religion. I don't have the right language. I mean, hell, today you don't even need to speak English to be able to do things and do business with the modern world because of AI. Everything is being translated in real time. What the hell is your shortcoming that you're complaining about? Well, I don't have energy? Well, then move. Bring yourself the energy. I don't have health? What are you doing to break that vehicle, this body that you're gifted with, that you're blessed with? Oh, it's so funny. Just within the past 1 month, I've been experiencing, just in my immediate circle, like in our family, in our extended family, a few of people having heart attacks. Okay? Some of them super wealthy, super wealthy. What do you think they were thinking about when they're sitting on their bed in the hospital? You think they were thinking about their money? No, they're not. Okay, I have a question for you. Why is it that at the age of 50, people are having heart attacks today more than ever before? It's because of diet. So here's the thing. You don't care about your health. You just completely let go because you want to be complacent because you use food. I'm not saying you. This is somebody you know, okay? Don't take this personally. I love you. Think about somebody you know that you love and think about them. When we as humans want to distract ourselves, the easiest way to avoid the thought of pain is to distract ourselves with things that are not serving you, but they will give you an instant satisfaction of dopamine shots instead of that delayed gratification process, which manifests itself as the real success. So what do? We just go and indulge in stuff that will just hurt us. Go have the ice cream. Go have the sugar. Sugar is one of the biggest enemies of humanity. That was the modern sugar, processed sugar, not sugar in natural form. Modern processed sugar is doing more damage to our health, diabetes, to heart attacks, to brain strokes, everything. Internal inflammation. But why do we do it? I don't care. You want to do it, somebody you know wants to do it, let them do it. The question is, why are we doing it? Because our brain goes inside this internal hamster wheel where it feels powerless, where it feels like it cannot do anything. It's called learned helplessness. We are constantly living in a state of learned helplessness. And in order for us to feel good right now, we either go to sugar or we go to, are you ready for it, our second biggest addiction. Or maybe actually first, because right now, this is probably the biggest addiction that humanity has right now. Anytime I go to my phone, I know I'm going to read something, even if I don't get a comment or a like on my photo from my friends or my family that will just make me feel good for a quick hot second. I know I'm going to find something on my Instagram reel or TikTok reel that's going to just lift me up. It's going to put a smile on my face. Because the algorithm knows what to reward you with. And what you just did is you just exchanged your time and your precious energy in order to get a cheap dopamine shot. I want you to be aware of the process of being addicted to anything to feel good. Now, I don't have a problem with using technology at all. I use it all the time, every time. I don't have a problem if you want to indulge once a while on your sugary food. What I have a problem with is lack of control, because every problem that we experience in our lives is a manifestation of our lack of discipline and control in one department that has actually just stacked itself, and now it's showing up in form of lack of money, lack of relationships, lack of health, lack of mental wellness, lack of faith, anything you want to call it. So then, what is the point of this conversation? The point of this conversation is to let you know that you're not actually weak. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You are a manager of your emotional state. And the thing is, if you are being a lazy CEO, if you're being a bad CEO and you're not managing your internal emotional state, which, by the way, everybody's like, oh, how do I control my state when people around me piss me off? Well, I have a question. When you get pissed off, the process of getting pissed off or angry or hurt is a process where you're feeling these emotional states within your body. Your stomach is just twisting. It's like a fireball in there, and your breaths go shallow, your shoulder drops, all your body feels numb. We can actually measure this and view it in the modern science through different tools that we have. That's not the point. The point is this. When you go through these, there are hormones in your body, such as cortisol and such as adrenaline, that are released to create those sensations that we call undesirable states of anger, of hate, of sadness, of heartbreak, of being upset, despite what you think or who you think has done this to you. You understand none of them came with a needle and inject the cortisol in your neck. Nobody does that to you. Your body is a pharmaceutical master manufacturer that creates hormones on demand. The reason one moment you're happy, one moment you're sad, is because you're just being a shitty CEO. You don't know how to manage shit. You're just a byproduct of your environment and hoping that by just trying to dodge the bullets, I'm gonna not get shot. See, the thing is, if you actually go to Matrix, I like the dodging of the bullet that just came. What does Morpheus tell Neo? When Neo is trying to, actually Morpheus, it's not Morpheus, the young kid, the bald kid that bends the spoon. When Neo says, how do you do that? He says, the spoon is not real. The spoon just responds to what you tell it to do. I want you to understand, I don't want to get metaphysical on you right now. The science actually shows any human can do this. But even if you understand that there is no resistance beyond the resistance you create within yourself, everything is here to serve you. Everything is made for you. Life is not happening to you. It is happening for you, especially when you're getting hurt. It's just the alarm, the red flags, the siren that goes like, wake up, take control, CEO. You're just being a shitty CEO. So you want results? You want to get your stuff together? You want to be able to actually put your life together to be able to pull it to the next level? All you got to do is to manage your emotional state. Manage your emotional state, and all you got within you is empowerment and actualization of your desires. Now, I want to share this with you because this gets so critical. Success, which everybody is chasing, is not money, is not happiness. Success is actually the actualization of a worthy goal. Success is the actualization of a worthy goal. So you don't feel successful, it's because you don't feel like you're setting goals for yourself that are worthy of achieving, and you're just giving your energy and your time to getting cheap feel-good sensations. That's what it is. Now, what is a worthy goal? See, a worthy goal is not, I'm going to make more money, that way I'm going to become successful. A worthy goal is literally one that not only serves you by making your life better, but also serves those around you, your loved ones, your friends and family, and most importantly, it serves your community. That's a worthy goal. So you want to feel successful, you want to feel like you matter, you want to feel like you're doing something with your own life and you're making a difference and be rewarded for it, whether it's financially or in society, to be recognized. You got to set goals that are beyond your desire to just experience having money or car. Because my question to you is, what do you want money for? If I gave you today $1 billion and put you on a planet and said, until the rest of your life, not a single person can come into the island, you cannot leave the island, you're not going to have a partner, you're not going to have kids, you're going to have everything you want and all the food's ready and all the fun you want. What do you want it? $1 billion in your own island, you don't get to speak with anybody again. You're going to go fucking crazy. How good is the money if you cannot share it with anybody? See, the thing is, think about, just humor me for a second. Anytime you feel happy in your life, what is the first thought that comes to your mind? The first thought is, oh, I wish my wife, my kid, my parents, somebody was here with me to experience this. Why? Because when as humans we share our experiences, whether it's fun, whether it's joy, whether it's sorrow, it actually makes us to experience it even more intensely. Your desire to want to share your happiest moments with your loved ones is the reason you think you want money, because you feel like with money I'll be able to make myself happier and those around me will be happier. However, we see from Robert Williams, from Michael Jackson, from Amy Winehouse, these are the most famous people that we know of that had the money, had the success, had the name. They all gave up their own lives despite of how much they were loved. You don't think Robert Williams was loved? You don't think Michael Jackson was loved? You don't think they have money? Why do you think they did what they did? It's not because they were stupid. It's just because they were not seeing themselves as worthy. They were not receiving and they were not connecting. They lose hope. Humanity loses hope when we lose our meaning. So, my friend, if you're watching this, if you want to actually do anything, if you want to do anything worth your while to feel good about yourself, get rewarded for it in the process, the only way to do it is to become the best CEO of your own internal state. Because the difference between a true leader and a follower is 100% in their ability to control their emotional state. I use this example all the time. When you see there is a fire in a building, everybody inside the building is doing what? Running out and just running as far away as they can from the fire. Who are the people going the opposite direction into the mouth of the dragon, which is the fire? The trained people that we respect and love, called firefighters. Now, what is the difference between a firefighter and the person running away from it? The firefighter has trained themselves so much with practice that they control their feeling of fear. You don't think firefighters are afraid when they're stepping into live fire? Of course they're afraid. See, the thing is, true leaders are courageous. Courage doesn't mean there is a lack of fear. It means you can control your own state so your brain doesn't go into fight or flight mode and starts pumping your body with cortisol and adrenaline and just shut down the prefrontal cortex and your immune system. It means you use that energy and momentum to turn it into action and take whatever steps are necessary to create the change at that moment. That's why we respect firefighters. That's why we respect our military men. That's why and women. That's why we respect the police officers. Because they have shown consistently that they can control their state, and when everybody else is running away from the fear, they run in the opposite direction and deal with it face on. That's what creates an amazing leader, and that's why they're respected. That's why they're rewarded. That's why we look after them in society in every way we can. Now, if you want to be respected, if you want to earn respect, if you want to earn money, you must be able to manage your internal thoughts, your emotion. Most humans today are thinking they're living inside this movie that is just like, I'm just getting thrown around because one moment I have this, the next moment I don't have this. One moment I'm up, one moment I'm down. That is not further from the truth. You're not living in a movie, you are creating that movie. We talked about this in previous days, and all of this connects to how much money you make, how happy you are, and your level of fulfillment. Because success without fulfillment, my friend, is the ultimate failure. Remember that and write it on your wall. Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. This is so important. I want you to understand this. Yes, success, I told you, is the realization of a worthy goal. However, success on its own, a worthy goal realized, is what Michael Jackson did, is what Robert Williams did. They achieved worthy goals, but they weren't fulfilled. Fulfillment is the state of managing your brain, your thoughts, your focus, to focus on what is available versus what is not available. Fulfillment is your ability to, instead of focusing on something that I'm missing and lacking in my life, to focus on what I am blessed with and I have in my life. I had an amazing client. I was just speaking with them a few months ago. He has built himself up from ground up. He used to literally be homeless for a point of his life. Sleep in a park on a bench. You know what he was telling me? He was telling me when he was sleeping on the bench, he used to say, "Thank you, universe, for giving me this bench to sleep on. I'm so blessed to have this." I want you to understand the critical thought that just went through his mind. Because if instead of that, he told himself, I am so fucked, I'm so screwed, nobody loves me, my parents kicked me out of home, he would be doing shit that would not bring him to the success he has today, where he now has a beautiful family, he has kids, he has beautiful job, he's living in Canada, he migrated from Middle East, brought his family to Canada, and he's living a dream life from being homeless. I want this to hit home, and I want this to actually work on you in any way possible. Because if I don't shake you up, nobody else is coming to shake you up either. And you know what's really funny? Especially on our YouTube channel, because our YouTube channel for the longest time used to be dedicated to making funny videos, the fail videos, that people would just get hurt and other people would love it and they would laugh. Then we changed the direction because YouTube told us we can't take other videos and share them. And we said, sure. And for a few years, we didn't have anything. We were just sitting on it until I realized that we had amassed this wonderful, beautiful community. It was about 450,000 people at that time on our YouTube channel. And I realized that we have built this community for a reason. Yes, we were giving them funny videos that they liked. However, everything happens for a reason. I believe 100% in faith. I believe 100% in a higher power. And I truly believe in my heart of hearts. Every person who did follow us, I have an obligation to give back to them. And I didn't know for the longest time how I should give back to them. Until I figured it out over the pandemic. I realized that how I could give back to them is instead of giving them junk that's going to just make them get a dopamine shot at the moment and feel happy about it, provide them value so that when they're ready, if they're ready, they could literally use it to turn their lives around in one instant. And here's the thing. We've been losing over 100,000 subscribers since we started doing this, and that is perfectly fine with me. I'm not here to change anybody's mind or lives. I'm not here to tell you what to think or do. I'm here to serve. And if that means that you feel bloated or you have diarrhea, Minecraft player, and this is not serving you, go get yourself some gravel because that's what you need and continue playing your Minecraft game until you get whatever it is that you want out of it. Or if this is not for you, chicken yell, I encourage you. And it's so funny how people are so judgmental of judging the book by its cover instead of opening a book. Obviously, since your name is Chicken Yell, you're not even opening the book, let alone giving it a chance. And why am I saying this? Because I want to share all of this with you. Look at this. Not sure why I'm subscribed. I would never take advice from a goofy looking person. Good job. Chicken Yell. Continue on with your life. I'm not here to change your mind. And as a matter of fact, there is no unsubscribing now. Good. I hope you find your path. This is not your channel any longer. I appreciate and love you for subscribing to us when we were giving you dopamine shots that I thought at the moment was the best I could do. No longer I will allow myself to waste your life by giving you shit that's not going to do anything for you. I'm not that person anymore. I hope you find what you want in your life. Let's see what we are getting from the next viewer here. Brother, I feel everything you're speaking is pure truth. I'm in, brother. I'm here to hear you and hopefully hold on to at least one thing to start to change my mind control. I love you. Thank you so much, Proud Gorilla. I love that name. I don't know how you came out with that. How you came up with that. I really hope that I get to serve you with empowering you so that you could take some of these with you. And look at this, guys. Just as you have an unsubscriber, the universe gives you one that comes in who I'm here supposed to serve. And Proud Gorilla, I'm here for you, brother. And I hope that you take any necessary steps and actions to, if you just got onto this, go back to the beginning and watch this. I want you to please, all of you, every single one of you, to understand you are not powerless. That learned helplessness is a psychological, literally game and program that we are brought up with so that we feel like we don't have control over things, where it is not. It is the furthest thing from the truth. Please understand that. As I was just telling you, what the only thing that stands in between you and your dreams is just you, is nothing else. I've literally told you, the man is homeless, sleeping on a park bench, and he says, "Thank you, God, for giving me this bench." And 30 years later, him and his wife are both engineers living in Canada, out of Middle East, out of the war zone, with 2 beautiful kids. What does that mean to you? How many of these stories do you have to hear? Oh, I'm different. How are you different? How are you honestly different? We have people with missing limbs going to Olympics and doing shit I couldn't even do with having the whole body to intact together. What? What? What nonsense is that? Who told us we can't? My computer is overheating. Just one moment. Okay. Where's my water? Oh, it's all the way there. Success, my friends, comes as a result of us achieving worthy dreams and goals over time that serve us, serve our family and friends, and serve our communities. If your dream and goals are only, I want a nice shiny car or object, it's called the shiny object syndrome. If you only have those goals, you will not only be successful, because even if you achieve it, you're already thirsty for the next thing. You're always chasing the carrot on the stick, let alone feeling fulfillment, which is what keeps humans from actually committing the atrocity of taking their own life at the highest levels of society. When we look at them across the platform, whether it's in finance, it's in science, it's in anything. So, with that said, today we already spent 36 minutes of the hour that we willingly and out of our love and passion want to give our tribe, our community, our followers from all the platforms that we broadcast to, all the tools, all the mindsets, even success itself. When we just say success without even the fulfillment object, which the fulfillment is the gratitude part of it, being present and being available to receive, that's the fulfillment. The success part is only 20% strategies and tools. It's 80% psychology. You're not even going to be able to achieve whatever it is that you set as your own worthy goal if you don't have the right mindset, which is why this entire daily event show clinic, business AI growth clinic, which we haven't even talked about AI one word yet, is here, because my intention is for you to understand that if you want to feel success and feel and create it in your life, your mindset is the first thing that you must be able to actually use and manage. Okay? It took us 37 minutes to get to this, but I hope if you didn't catch this, or if you just joined us, you go back to this episode. This is episode 17, day 17. Watch this first 30 minutes and then stop watching stuff. Stop scrolling on social media. Grab a pen and paper, write the goals that are worthy for you, your loved ones, and your community, and right away take the biggest massive action that you can to put yourself on that path. What can you do to put yourself on that path? Proud Gorilla just joined us 15 minutes ago, and we look forward to serving you, brother. And here's the thing, now that you're here with us, if you want, you see up here, we are sending our phone number. When you text it, we send you the live link so you could come if you want, if that serves you, and we could talk about how you can get to your own dreams quick. This is what we get paid for, so much money. And that's why I'm giving this back to the community. I want you all to use this. You could, if you don't want to get on here, send us your messages on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. Our hashtag is AI or buy. AI or bye. Same thing, AI or buy. Reach out, ask your questions. If you don't want to get on a live, if you feel shy for any reason, I will answer your questions. We're more than happy to do that. As a matter of fact, right now, we actually move to answering some business questions that were submitted to us from people such as yourself who are just submitting this. And Arad just send us a message. What's happening, Arad? I don't know. I'm seeing this here as XXX, but I don't know what XXX means, but hopefully it's something good. It's probably an emoji that we're not seeing here. Okay, good. So with all the love and all the respect, let's move to answering some business questions, which is what we're all about. We're all here about results, creating success, creating money, creating wealth to support yourself, your loved ones, and your community. Community. That's what we're all about, okay? So, today we have a question from Julian Cortez. And I don't know if I said, is it Julian or Julian? But Mr. Cortez says that he is the co-founder of Handmade Limited Edition Sneakers in Los Angeles. And he asks, our custom sneaker drops sell out within minutes, but we're struggling with production limits. If we produce more, we lose exclusivity. If we stay small, we leave money on the table. How do we scale our brand while keeping the hype and demand high? Oh, this is an amazing story. This is an amazing question. I love this because everybody wants to create more success leveraging whatever it is that they have. Let's talk about this. Julian, the reason you're selling out of them is because they're clearly amazing. They're wonderful. And I'm very proud of you. Kudos to you, number one. Number two, what I want you to do is to start thinking of creating stories and attaching stories to your brand. Because with stories, now you're not selling a product, you're selling emotions. The thing in the world of business is, you could see this in Apple. Apple doesn't get people lining up outside around the block before a new iPhone is released because they want the best technology in the world. Everybody knows who's tech savvy that Apple does not sell you the best piece of technology. Apple sells you most successfully a story of belonging, of being hip, of being cool, and of being forward thinking. That's what Apple sells you. Apple doesn't sell you a device. Today, with Huawei, you could get a technology that is double as good as Apple or even Samsung for half the price. Hero brand, double the quality, half the price. But why do we not go to those brands? It's because they don't have a story behind them. So what I want you to do, instead of focusing on scaling your operations to actually be able to make more shoes that are custom made, is to create stories that will be compelling for people. By the way, there was a study that New York Times, I think, did this. It's like 5 journalists wanted to figure out, I don't know which magazine it was, but this is a true story. Listen to this because this will change your perspective. 5 journalists, they were trying to figure out if truly a story could make something more valuable. What they did is they just went to garage sales and they just bought a bunch of stuff for just less than $20. They bought 10 items, less than $20. Okay? I want you to stay with me. This is going to change your mind and blow your mind. What they did is they put all of those items on eBay. This is back in the eBay days before Amazon came. And what they did is they created, because they're journalists, right? They're very, very good at writing stuff. What they did is they created a story that said what this object was, where it came from, and how it is this. It served this king of this lord of this town for 30 years, sitting on a shelf until the lord decided to let it go, and his friend got it, and the friend passed away, and now we took possession of it. Guys, I kid you not, they sold that same pool of items that they purchased for less than $20 for over $15,000. I want you to understand the importance of storytelling. If you want to bring success to your family, to your life, you must be able to communicate with other humans to give them what they want, so in exchange they give you what it is that you want. It's very simple. Don't make it hard. That's called being entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurs are people who are very attuned to their environment, and they understand there is a need here, and I have this thing that can provide the solution to what these people need. They pull the trigger, they put themselves in there, they take the risk, they start taking the chances, they get punched in the face with no's, with I can't, with I don't want, with I have to think about it, with I gotta talk to my partner about it, until they figure out how to actually position their story so they don't get those pushbacks. Why does that happen? That happens the moment they realize that they cannot sell anybody anything. They can only sell people emotions and feeling. So, Julian, with your shoe brand that is custom made, you must tell a story in it. Bring the flag of Mexico and use it in one of your shoes and create the story, or the flag of US and build it into the shoe when July 4th is coming up. When President's Day is coming up, build the story of the strongest presidents in the history of US or the founding fathers and build it into your shoes. And now instead of selling a shoe for $200, you're selling a piece of history that somebody's gonna rock who really loves their country as a patriot for $500. You still make the same amount of shoes. Now you tell a story. I want you to understand how powerful this is. Tell stories. Don't try to sell anything. And by stories, it's not your stories. Tell stories. I just bit my tongue. Tell stories that will serve whoever is listening to you. It has nothing to do with how I want to make myself look like. Should I tell you a story about all the shit I've gone through and all the things I've achieved in my life? All of that is irrelevant. You don't care about that. You just care about how you can make your own life better. And to be honest, there are people, I just showed you their comment, they don't even care about that. They just care about that quick dopamine shot. They don't give a shit about making the life better. Just want to get a quick dopamine shot and just hopefully get a cheap smile today. Oh, that's such a cute baby picture. Or that dog was just so funny. Ah, shit. I'm still fucking broke. What am I going to do now? Oh, well, I'm going to go have some sugar. That makes me feel good. Just this vicious cycle of putting yourself in the harm's way, exchanging delayed gratification for instant satisfaction. The Jordan Peterson, Professor Peterson, has this beautiful conversation about this. Very, very in depth. So, my friend, Julian, I hope that served you. Create stories, sell feelings, don't sell products. Don't sell tools, sell emotions. And by the way, message me with some of your shoes. I would love to grab some of them. I love those. I love custom shoes. I love shoes that are handmade, and you make sneakers. I love that for you. Thank you so much for being an artist. I have a soft spot in my heart for artists, because artists by default are the ones that make this world beautiful, yet they're not the ones that are naturally gifted with the knowledge and the tools of entrepreneurship. So most artists get into things with high hopes of creating this beautiful feeling within other humans through their services or products, yet they're unable to deliver because they lack the entrepreneurial skills that are only, by the way, taught. It's not like, I don't believe in this idea of you're born with something. That's bullshit. There are so many studies that have shown you could take identical twins that are raised in one household, put one of them in a different household, and they become two completely different beings. Different upbringings. Very natural. Remember, 95% of the thoughts, feelings, and things we do or don't do today, by the time we are 35, statistically and scientifically, today is the same as yesterday. Today is the same as yesterday. 95% of what we think about, feel, and do and don't do. That means we are consistently and constantly living in a familiar past. Because if my 95% of today is familiar and the same as yesterday, I'm consistently living in a familiar past. And when you consistently live in a state of familiar past, you could only expect a predictable future. So, if you want your life to change, you cannot go outside trying to change people around you. Your partner is not at fault. Your family is not at fault. Your boss is not at fault. The society and economy is not at fault. There is no fault. Nobody's at fault. You just got to change things within you so that your external, your personality, which is the 95% I just told you by the age of 35, scientifically and statistically, is consistent. Our personality, which is what other people know us as. So when somebody says Bliss, for example, has this crazy hair and then he's tall and he's just full of energy and he keeps on giving, they're talking about my personality traits, because I am none of these things. There were times that I had my head shaved. There were times that I had a big fro. There were times that I had short hair. I am none of those hairstyles. That is just a part of how I show up as a personality. Now, that personality, which is the combination of how we think, how we feel, and what we do or don't do, people call it our personality from outside. Our personality, those 95% are creating our personal reality. If your personal reality is undesirable right now, if it's hard to live through, that's because your personality is hard to live in. Do you get what I just said? I really, really hope this sits well for you. If your personal reality, which is your life, your personal reality is your life, all the things you experience, if it's undesirable, it's because your personality is undesirable. Take that from a brother that has nothing to lose or gain by you changing who you are. I don't even know who you are watching this right now. I'm just here because I love you and I think you are capable of so much more than whatever it is that you're selling yourself for. You're shortchanging yourself. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care what it is that you think about yourself. I know you are short selling yourself to who? To yourself, not to those around you. Just to yourself. So I'm rooting for you to show up for yourself. Let's take one more question from the questions that were submitted to us. We have Nia Robinson. She's the owner of Flourish Floral Design Studio, and she does luxury floral arrangements and event design. All right, let's talk, Nia. I know this industry so well. It's one of the 9 businesses I've had was in the entertainment and hospitality. Well, no, not one of them, 3 of them actually. So let's talk about this. I run a luxury floral design business, and we do high-end weddings and events. Good for you. I really like that. It takes a lot to be able to secure that position and consistently show up until you're rewarded and appreciated and given the opportunity to do this. Good for you. Yes, but I'm stuck in a feast or famine cycle. Yes, I feel you. I feel you. Especially coming from Toronto, where it was like 6 months of the year cold, freezing cold. Like we were 100% in a feast or famine cycle in the world of hospitality, especially in weddings and events. So I want more stability and consistent revenue without relying solely on seasonal weddings. Yeah, see, I knew it right away without even getting there. Should I launch a flower subscription service, expand into corporate events, or do something else? Great questions. Let's talk. So Nia, in the lack of having you present here so I could ask you some questions to clarify how your business is operating and what your passions are, I would tell you that probably the best way to do any kind of business is to spend your energy, time, and resources on customer acquisitions that will generate recurring revenue for you rather than just doing one-time sales that you just deal with and now they're out and now you got to concern yourself with chasing the next big event. That is why, yes, the small subscription models may not be paying you those big money. However, what they do is they provide you that peace of mind that at least I have an account that pays me $40 a month. So I send them a rose every week or a bouquet every week. And that's exactly what I want to encourage you to do. But I want to encourage you to do that with office spaces. So do subscription model and take your flowers, make flower arrangements and take it to offices of people that have the money to spend. They just don't have the time to go shopping. Who are these people? Find them. But mostly plastic surgeons, beauty surgeons. They would love to have flowers because everybody who comes to their office is coming for beauty. And there is nothing that resembles beauty more and speaks more as beauty than flowers. If I were you, I would make 50, 60, 100. I would make 100 different flower presentations. Yes, they will cost you. Your hard costs on each one of them, maybe about $10, $15. That's okay. You make 100 of them. That's $1,000. But do you know what's going to happen? You're going to bring those for free. You're going to drop them off yourself at any of the plastic surgeon offices or, high-end boutique, custom tailor shops, bridal gown boutiques. You want to cross collaborate too? Why not? Why don't you do that? Go to bridal gown stores and work out a deal with them. Say, listen, I'll deliver you beautiful flowers. You just pay me 50% at cost. And by having those flowers there, every time somebody comes and says, wow, your flowers are so beautiful, because they're for the wedding, now, by the way, brides go and get their dress way in advance because they know it takes a long time for it to get ready. You're positioning yourself to actually get leads ahead of time because you're going to leave your business cards there and you're going to tell the business when they send you the lead, you'll give them a 10% kickback commission and you're going to give their client 10% discount. So all around, you're going to create this ecosystem where you give so much value. They love you because you bring them flowers. They just give you the cost and they will bring you new customers. I guarantee you, if you do this and you don't 100% increase your revenue within the next 2 years, you can come and tell me anything you want and dinner on me. Next time I am in Atlanta, Georgia. Do it. Okay, so 57 minutes. We're at the top of the hour here. Thank you so much. I love all and every single one of you. So many of you are leaving comments and I cannot see all of them. I could only see Facebook and I mean, not even Facebook. I could only see YouTube comments here for the most part. I don't see everything else. YouTube and I don't even know. It says all except Facebook profile and LinkedIn. So I don't see all the comments here. However, I want you to understand that I am here for you every day, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. If you love somebody who owns their own business, that you want them to succeed and grow, this is literally $500 per hour worth of consultation. We are doing this for free. You could just hear what we are saying. Nia and Julian, they got so much value out of this already. Their business will never be the same again. And if you love somebody around you, send them these videos. At least just like the video for us, please. Like it. I don't ask for anything else. Just like our videos. And thank you. I love you. Be well. And I will see you tomorrow, Sunday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about more cool, awesome ways to bring wealth, abundance into our lives. Be well. Love you. Bye-bye. Bliss out.